Sejuani. At the start, we see they're trailing behind in gold, but here comes Sod with an epic flank. She opens up with a 3-man stun, allowing Misfortune to safely bullet time as Lulu ults for the triple knockup, and at this point, the enemy team is in shambles. 3 members go down as the enemy Lux retreats, but it's no use as she gets CC'd and eventually falls, making this a 4-for-1 exchange to even up a close game. Landing in at our number 4 spot, we have Zerk with a high elo play on Vayne. We start things off in the heat of battle as the enemy Twisted Fate teleports onto Zerk. She pops Final Hour and immediately starts fighting, quickly dropping Twisted Fate, and then she switches to Lucian, but the ult from Twisted Fate renders her stealth useless. Let's take a second now to see that TF's ult is over, but now the enemy Nocturne is looking to jump in, so she heals preemptively, getting Lucian, and then goes invis and waits until the bomb hits Nocturne, allowing her to burst him down for the kill. Jace moves in with a shock blast, but she tumble dodges it and then fights with the rest of her team to secure the pentakill thanks to superb mechanics and timing. Moving along into 3rd place, we have SP1 and K with 11 zeros on Ezreal with a crazy bot lane play. In the beginning, we see them doing the typical bot lane dance when all of a sudden Leona goes in and puts her passive on him, allowing Jinx to chunk him low and force heal. Ez takes the lantern while Thresh lands a beautiful hook into a flame box, and then Jinx starts her ult up, but Ez flash ult dodges it, securing the kill on Jinx. The True Shot Barrage also brought Leona nice and low, and with Thresh on her, she decides it's best to turn and fight, but it proves unsuccessful and Ezreal walks away with 2 kills under his belt. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have an overall stellar play coming out of the hands of AAO Magnesium on Nidalee. Right off the bat, we see the enemy bot lane roam to mid for a gank, but she quickly sidesteps both hooks and then rendezvous back up with the friendly Nocturne. As they play around the vision from the ward, Nidalee sees an opening to land a nice spear on Thresh, getting him to about half health as Nocturne starts to fear and goes all in with Flash. They drop Orianna before the shockwave goes off, and now they're in a 2v2 situation, but both junglers go after the squishier targets, leaving Nidalee to fend for herself. With Nocturne getting low, Lee Sin decides to pull back to try and finish him off as he goes in and ults, but Nidalee summoner heals just in time to keep Nocturne alive. Magnesium then goes for Thresh, pouncing behind him to avoid the hook, allowing her to finish off Thresh for her 2nd kill. Damn. And for our number 1 pro play for this week, we have Letharia on Ziggs with some quick moves to turn things around in a late game team fight. We see they're behind a large sum of gold in the beginning of this play, but nonetheless, they're trying to utilize Baron to pick up the inhib. The enemy Lee Sin is lurking on the side, looking for a good time to initiate, and then all of a sudden he moves in and lands the Sonic Wave, going in and kicking Ziggs straight into his team. Ziggs immediately pops Zhonya's as the fight erupts, and then we see an insanely fast satchel charge to get him out into an immediate QR on the entire enemy team. As the enemy team goes into full retreat, they get picked off left and right as enough players go down to allow blue team to close out the game off of this play. Thanks to some quick thinking to Zhonya's reposition with his W right after, and then actually turned to land all of his major skills on multiple enemy champions, Letharia single-handedly turned a grim-looking fight into a game-winning play. Had he gone down before the Zhonyas or right after to the enemy Draven, this team fight would have been a toss-up and consequently the game as well. And for the bonus clip of the week, we have Avia on Thresh with a Hook City play. This is why you never BM when you have the chance to close out a game. To set this play up and give you guys some backstory on what's going on, at this point in the play, his entire team is dead with long respawn timers. It's just him versus 5 other players, so let's see how he handles things and why BM can snowball a game into a loss out of nowhere. As Avia pulls out the Dream Hooks, I wanted to go over how you can enter yourself in our Phoenix giveaway for a brand new tour. Since we want to keep things ultra simple for you guys, all I need you to do is like this video and tweet at Phoenix with what it would mean to you to win in a tour. Phoenix has always been a company whose products are incredibly well built and last forever, but at the same time, they have this sophisticated and very clean feel to them, which is what drew me to them originally to give them a try. I can say from experience that you won't be disappointed in picking up any of their products, and if you're